The Game of Thrones wine.
I did.
Now we're looking at, behold, the shredder. You know what? And the reason that this is a really big deal to me, by the way, is I own a Royal Cut shredder, but now I have envy because this is 9 sheets at once and a 100-sheet auto feed. It's also something called micro cut. Did you see that credit card go in there? Did you see that Craig is about to put staples in here? We have colors for you. We have it at a phenomenal value. We're under 100 when the comparable retail is 165. So how about keeping 65 bucks in your pocket? We're on 5 easy payments of $19.99 and free shipping and handling. Why shredding? It's tax season. You have private information. We hear all those reports about identity theft and your financial house being compromised. A shredder is the Wonder Woman or Superman response to
Great
that.
sound effects this morning, by the way.
Right?
I love it. Yes.
You love this Sunday morning cue. So this is Craig Smith. He
Good
is one
morning.
of our electronics experts. I asked the question, why shred? Do we have any evidence that shredding is a good idea?
Well, because the Federal Trade Commission actually recommends that any piece of paper you have laying around your house that has personal or financial information, you should shred it, get rid of it, hide that information either daily or as soon as you're done using those pieces of paper. We hear the stories all the time. And it doesn't take much for the thieves to get a little bit of your information, and all of a sudden they're taking out a loan in your name. They're opening up a credit card in your name. I actually heard about a scam recently, this time of year with tax season, where people are filing other people's tax returns and getting refunds. So they're getting the check before you even file your tax returns. And it doesn't take much. All it takes is a password, an email account, mother's maiden name, maybe a social security number or the statement of your investments or your credit cards, and then they open up an account in your name. A great way to save yourself from that hassle is to take this piece of paper, put it through a micro cut shredder like this, and absolutely pulverize it so nobody gets your personal information.
I'm going to go down front, Craig, and just show you some colors
All right, let's do
because
it.
colors are cool. So we have the silver down front. You're looking right now at your, are we calling that straight gold?
This is the rose gold.
Rose
Yep.
gold. This is the silver. I own the black. As I mentioned, mine is 8 sheets, 80. This is 9 sheets, 100 on the auto feed. So there's my jealousy rearing its ugly head. Rose gold. Here's your red. And then we also have the purple. This is under $20. And I just want to tell you a quick story. Before I bought my shredder, right, I have Guard Your ID, so I use that as well. But I needed to get rid of a lot of paper. Other options were I paid somebody and brought it to a business and had them shred it. But they were like, yeah, we put it in a locked box until a truck comes and then they shred it. I was like, okay, really? When I put it into the locked box, they come and shred it. So I was a little nervous about that. I know that sometimes banks or parks will have free shredding days, but why wait for that? Now that I have my own shredder, and when you have your own shredder, I think you'll appreciate gone, complete relief and confidence.
Well, think about all the junk we get every day in the mail. You get those credit card offers. You get those checks that you can transfer.
Checks.
Those blank checks that we get from time to time. I know as a father, my 2 daughters are signing up for all their spring sports. We're looking ahead at summer sports right now. All types of forms that come home from school. All this stuff that has personal information on it that you don't want to share with the world. I always like to make the analogy, if you're using a personal computer at home, before you open up any document, before you go online, of course you're using antivirus, right? You don't want the bad guys to get access to your information.
Yep.
This is like antivirus for the real world. And again, a lot of us just do this. We get that piece of junk mail, we go, oh, I don't need this, and out of habit, we tear it in half. It doesn't take much to put this back together. This is one piece, turning it into 2 pieces. What this micro cut shredder from Royal does, it turns one piece of paper into 1,100 little pieces. So now when you put this at the curb, you don't have to worry. You know what? The bad guys aren't going to get that PIN number of mine. They're going to get a whole lot of confetti, and that's it.
We're going to show you exactly what that looks like because I'm sure you've seen the movies where people were putting pieces of paper together. This is $19.99. It has 165 plus retail. We're $65 less at a while supplies last price. A while supplies last means this has been so popular that we were able to get our hands on, you know, a certain amount of them. We are passing the savings along to you. That's $65 off retail. We put it on 5 months of payment, so you get it now, you enjoy it now, you use it now at tax time when you need it, and you're kind of streamlining and getting rid of all that extraneous paper that you've been holding on to. And free shipping and handling. And free shipping and handling. I'm going to just double
Big
underscore
fan of that, right?
Yes. And if you have one or you bought one like me, which is why I have my own testimonial, you can call us. We're at 1-800-395-1601. We'd love to hear your story. But you don't have to pay to have somebody shred it. You don't have to wait for the free banking days. You don't have to worry about somebody, I'll put it this way, somebody getting your personal information, your medical information, your financial information, your address, your social security number, your bank accounts, all of this. And what does a 1100 microcut shredding look like?
Yeah, well, we're looking at, right, these three little bins that we have in front of us here. I'm just going to staple a couple pages real quick and drop it in there too. These three little bins kind of show us the different types of shredding that's available. So this red bin, this is when shredders first kind of came out. We had that, what they call a strip cut shredder. So you got those long spaghetti strands of pieces of paper, which was great for the 70s and 80s. But let's face it, the thieves have gotten much more complex. This is 25 pages here. This is 25 pages of a product that's still available in the market today in a lot of different places. This is called a crosscut shredder. Better than the strip cut, but look what Royal does. They say, you know what, crosscut's not even enough. We're gonna go with micro cut. 25 pages of micro cut, same amount of pages in all three bins, taking up a lot less space, but more significantly, it's smaller pieces. So all that information is getting sliced and diced in so many more pieces. So basically, when you put it at the curb, you don't have to worry, is someone going to see a social security number? Is somebody going to see a PIN number? Is someone going to see my tax statements? Not when you put it through the microcut shredder.
Let me give you some specs on this. First of all, it arrives fully assembled.
Wheels are on it and everything.
You take it out of the box and plug it in and shred to your heart's content. It's about 19.5 inches high. It's about 8.5 inches wide. So I actually had mine upstairs in my office, and now I have it down by the front where my mail comes in, and I just shred.
Yep.
I get mail, and then I shred. It also, by the way, weighs about 18 pounds. So it's no problem. Not only do you have wheels, but you can do rollers as well. Now, what Craig is showing you and kind of showing you is that you can feed and auto at the same time.
That's right. There's two different spots where you can shred.
It's shredding at the same time. You can feed, you can auto and walk away, and work is being done. Will you give us a little tour of this? Because it's really easy, and when it gets clogged, it goes back or forward, and it's easy to unclog. Will you show us?
So you're getting a look at the top of the machine right there. That little blue light lets us know that we're plugged in and we're powered on. I recommend you just leave it plugged in and power on, because there's actually sensors that are built in. So as soon as you put pieces of paper through here, the machine will sense it and start pulling it through automatically for you. There's a reverse button and a fast forward button. If you do happen to get a jam in there, you'll be able to back things up. Also, you get access to the rollers up top here. Now watch this when I open this up. As soon as I open this up, it shuts down the machine automatically. A nice little safety feature built in there, so you won't get access to the gears while the machine is working. And then we simply close that up, and you're good to go and to start shredding again. The machine will just pull it through with that auto feed. Again, two ways to shred. So if you have just a couple pieces of paper, you put it in this front slot here, and that's where it's going to be able to blast through. Oh, look, we put a little too much in there at a time. So we'll back it up, and we'll be able to get ourselves out of there, drop it back in, and we'll start shredding again. So that's not going to be a problem for us. But the nice thing about it is that it senses when everything is in the tray, that'll start pulling itself through. And the fact that this is that micro cut shredder, look at that. That's the piece of paper we backed out. We got a little jam. No problem. We back it back out, and we can clear it out, and we can get ourselves going again.
See, but this is what I love. I actually like that we're showing this because it. Oh, did we unplug it?
I think we unplugged it by mistake.
Oh, heavens.
I kicked a few cords. Here's your cookie.
Right, exactly. We unplugged it. Sorry about that. We'll get the plug going back in again.
I got it. There we go.
You brought me a cookie. You're showing shredding online. Thanks for bringing me a cookie.
Well, if I'm going to kick the cord out of the wall, I might as well bring you a cookie. Yeah, I've just thought here.
And we're upset. Bring me a cookie.
Easter Bunny cookie. That's for you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
I own it. I love it. I have Guard Your Idea and the shredders. $20. Okay, $19.99. Because it's free shipping and handling. Oh, that's right. It's $19.99. Here's the silver. The black is the one that I own. In an earlier iteration, which is why I'm jealous and I need to step up, the rose gold, the red, and the purple. It's E232308. This is a while supplies last, which means we only have them at this price as long as we've got the quantity. Once we sell out, we don't get to offer them at this price anymore. $65 less than retail. Shirley's on the phone.
Hey.
Hey, Shirley.
What's going on, Shirley?
This is Craig Smith, one of our electronics experts. How are you?
Hi, good morning. How you doing, Rachel?
Great. Are you familiar with this shredder?
Oh, boy, yes. I learned a hard lesson. It was some time ago. I had about $40,000 deleted from my savings account.
Oh, my goodness.
Bank of America. And the three men from overseas got into my savings account, deleted all the money.
Oh, my goodness.
And it took about 3 years to get some of the money back.
Oh,
so I
3
learned
years.
a hard lesson. So thank God for this shredder. I really appreciate it. Everyone should have it in their household.
Wow, Shirley, I'm
I hate to hear those stories, but they happen all the time, unfortunately.
I know that you had to go through that. And let me ask you, a shredder, does it make you feel like you are doing as much as you possibly can to protect yourself, that you have, once you've shredded, you've protected yourself?
Oh, yes. Every time I use it, I laugh at the people now.
Yeah.
You're not getting to my bank account anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Bank account, your personal identity, and it was probably very time consuming to unravel all that.
It was, like I said before, it took about 3 years. Bank of America hired an investigator.
Oh, good.
And they found it was 3 men overseas that got into my account.
Wow.
It took that long, but I didn't get all the money back, unfortunately.
Oh.
They spent it and they couldn't trace it down. So believe me, please, anybody who hears my voice, please buy one of these Royal Shredders because it's worth every penny.
Oh, sure.
Sorry you had to go through that, Shirley.
Yeah, me too.
Unfortunately, we hear these stories all the time. And a lot of times in a lot of townships throughout the country, depending on where you live, it does vary. But as soon as you take your trash and you put it in your trash can, you put it at your curb, it's fair game for anybody to dive in there. Now, what they do with that information is oftentimes illegal, but a lot of townships have that. So if you're throwing out an old chair or a lawnmower or something, somebody will come by and pick it up. But unfortunately, there's bad people out there that open up the trash can and go, hey, look, I just found somebody's old taxes with their social security number, their addresses, their account information's on there. And that's where a lot of times that starts. And they start getting into your personal information. And unfortunately, you got a firsthand story of how horrible that experience can be.
Wow.
And it's really unbelievable what people do because I put the garbage bag out onto the curb, figure, well, everyone's honest, but everyone's not honest in this world today.
Right. No.
And they got into my bank account, my loans that I have.
Yeah.
Oh, Shirley. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that story. But you know what?
Horrible lesson.
Thank you so much for sharing that you were the one who had to learn that really tough lesson and that you're like, this is something that I use now that gives me confidence and allows me to have more peace of mind and to sleep at night. So thank you so much for calling us, Shirley, and please call back anytime and have a blessed Sunday and a wonderful Easter.
Oh, you too. God bless you both.
God bless you.
Take care. Bye-bye now.
Thank you, Shirley.
You know
have
what?
a great day.
And I would say, in all honesty and all sincerity, like Shirley is saying, you know what? It's so important to do this. We want you to protect yourself. You don't have to buy this particular Royal Shredder, but I highly encourage you to buy a shredder because of that very experience that Shirley had. Financial house penetrated or personal identity stolen. It's your time and it's your money. And if for under $20 it sounds good to you to try it for 30 days, that's it. This is a while supplies last. I saw this, I presented it twice with Craig, the earlier iteration, and I bought it because I wanted to have, like Shirley, and I've had my financial house compromised, that peace of mind. The colors, silver, black, rose gold, red, and a purple. E232308 is your item number. 5 easy payments of $19.99, free shipping and handling, $65 off of what the retail is. Craig, thank you so much. 2,000 of these have been ordered today. You cannot go wrong with